Okay, so this is the variation of last problem that we solved, and the name is to sum. Okay, so basically we are given an array of integers and also an integer that will be target, and need to return the indices of two numbers such that they add up to target. And you may assume that each input would have exactly one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. And basically this is the same thing that we need to return the answer in any order. So you can say this is the exactly same problems that we solved last time, but only the variation is for this example the array is not sorted. Okay, and otherwise we need to do the same thing. We need to find two elements, okay, that will that can give us the same target, and we need to return the that two indices basically. Okay, now let's analyze the example and find out some optimal solution to solve this. Okay, so this is a first example, and you can say our target is 9. Okay, and this is the array, and you can say this array is actually sorted, but if you notice the second example, this array is not sorted. Okay, so it is not guaranteed that every test case, in every test case the array will be sorted. Okay, we need to consider that array is not sorted. Okay, and for this case we need to find a 9, so you can say 7 and 2 will give us the 9, so we need to return this two indices, basically 0 and 1. Okay, so you can see the output is 0 and 1. Okay, and for this you can say basically our target is 6, and this 2 and 4 will give us the result, so we just need to return 1 and 2. Okay, now let's discuss the approaches that we can follow to solve this problem. Okay, so yeah, the very first approach will be nested loop. Okay, so outer loop will start from here, and the inner loop will start from this index, from here actually 7 towards 11. And we need to basically with the help of inner loop we'll be finding the other elements, or we can say will be finding the target minus ith value. Okay, so for that case our I is pointing to, also we need to find basically 9 minus 2, so 7. We need to find 7 using the inner loop. Okay, using the inner loop j that will start from 7 to 11. Okay, and yeah, this is very nice approach, and it will takes n square time complexity approximately. So you can say this will be taking n square time complexity, and yeah, obviously it is not efficient approach to solve this problem, so we need to think of another algorithms, okay, another approaches to solve this problem. Okay, so the next approach that we can follow is yeah, we can simply sort this array. Okay, we can simply sort the given array, and then we can apply the same two pointer approach that we already discussed in the last video. Okay, and that will be that will be taking nothing but in log n. Okay, and yeah, in log n, why in log n? Because for sorting this array it will take in log n, and otherwise for two pointer approach it will gonna take the only in linear time complexity. So this will be the overall time complexity to solve this, and yeah, this is much better than our previous n square solution, right? So yeah, we can take this, but yeah, also this is not the optimal solution to solve this problem. So now let's discuss about the optimal approach to solve this problem. Okay, so basically to solve this problem optimally we'll be using hash map. Okay, so what we'll be doing, so basically we'll be taking a hash map. Okay, so let's say this is the hash map. Okay, and this is the hash map ds. Okay, so you can say this is the hash map ds. Okay, so what we'll be doing, okay, so using a loop. Okay, let's using a loop we'll be iterating through all the elements of the array. Okay, so first of all we have two, so then we'll be we'll be checking whether this target minus current element is already exist in this hash map or not. So for this you can say current element is 2, and 9 minus 2 is nothing but 7, so we need to check whether 7 is exist in this hash map or not. So you can say there's nothing in the hash map, so what I need to do, we just need to insert this current element. Okay, so this will be 2, and it will be inserted at the position of itself, I mean 0. Okay. Okay, now for the next, okay, I will be here. Okay, I will be here. So now we just need to check whether target minus I, that is 9 minus 7, that is 2. Okay, that is 2. 2 is exists in this hash map or not. So you can see this 2 is already exists. So in that point of time you can say that yeah, we get that 2 point, because right now we are at this position and the current element is 7. Okay, so we already in the hash map we already have 2, and these two element, okay, can give the target. Okay, that's why we can say that yeah, we get that 2 element. And basically you need to return that. Basically you have this index. Okay, you have this index, and this you can return this index and this current index. Okay, this is 1 actually, so you can return 0 and 1. Okay? That is very simple. Okay, so let's analyze this for the second example. Okay, so let's erase this first. Okay, so basically what we'll be doing, first of all we'll be having a hash map. Okay, and we'll be taking a loop to iterate through the array. So loop will start from the very first index, and right now we have 3, so we just need to check whether target minus current elements already exist in this hash map or not. So you can say there is nothing. So if this is not exist, then we just need to insert that element into the hash map with that corresponding index. Okay, so let's insert this 3 with the corresponding index will be 0. Okay, so let's this we inserted this. Now I'll move here, okay. So now you can say the current element is 2, and basically 6 minus 2 is nothing but 4. So you can see that 4 is not available in this hash map. So what we'll be doing, we'll simply insert this 2, okay, with its index. Okay, so 2 will be inserted with its index 1. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, and now I'll move here. Okay, and right now our current element is 4, so 6 minus 4 at this position, 6 minus 4 will give us 2, and you can say that 2 is already exist in this hash map. So at this position you can say we got this 2 element. How? This is first element, that will the index is 1, and the next element is nothing but this current element itself, so 4. So you can strictly return this 2 index. Okay, so this is the index of 2 1, and this is the current index is nothing but 2. Okay, you can simply return this to index with storing using an array. Okay, so that is very simple. Now let's jump into the code section. So that, okay, now let's code the algorithm, and that will be very simple. Okay, so first of all we just need to initialize the hash map, right? So hash map, and that will be of integer type, right? Integer. And okay, so the very first integer will be for the current element, and this is for the index. Okay, and the name, let's say hash map. And okay, and we just need to return, you can say we need to return the array. So let's initialize the return resultant array, and the name will be nothing but results, and that will be of size 2, right? Size will be 2. And now let's iterate through the array. So we'll be using for loop, and I'll start art from 0 all the way towards the length. Okay, and nums dot, and it will increase every time by 1. Okay, so first of all what I need to do, we just need to find the target value, and for this case we have the current value. Okay, my bad, that will be equal. Okay, so every time what we need to do, we need to find, let's int val will be nothing but target. Okay, nothing but target minus current value, and that is nothing but nums of I. Okay, and let's we need, first of all we need to check whether this value is already exist in our hash map or not. So for that case we'll be checking that hash map dot contains key. Okay, contains key, and the value will be nothing but val. Okay, and if this is contain, okay, if this is true, Then what we need to do, we need to initialize this value into our result. So you can say result of 0 will be nothing but the index of the element that is already exist in the hash map, and that is nothing but hash map dot get this value. Okay, and at the second position we just need to have the current index, nothing but the current index. Okay, and yeah, as we got our result, as we got our answer two elements, so we can simply break from here, because we no need to run this loop again and again, because we got our results. Otherwise what we need to do, otherwise we need to put that value, otherwise we need to put the current value into the hash map, right? So let's put that. Okay, so hash map dot put the current value will be nothing but nums of I, and at the position I. Okay, and simply we just need to return the results. Okay, as simple as that. So what we did here, first of all we initialize the hash map. Okay, and then we are just iterating through the elements of the array, and we are finding, first of all we find the value. Okay, that is nothing but the target minus this. Okay, and we are checking, every time we are checking whether this value is already exist in the hash map or not. If this exists, then basically we got our results. Okay, we break from our loop and we simply return the results. Okay, if that is not exist, then we are just putting that value into our hash map. Okay, and basically we already know that there will be exactly one solution for every test cases. Okay, so yeah, we know that there will be surely one solution for every test case, right? Yeah, that's simple as that. Let's run this to check whether we have some error or not. Okay, so yeah, you can see this working very fine. Now let's submit this. So yeah, it get accepted. Okay, so yeah, you can see that this get accepted. So basically now if we talk about the time complexity, so you can say this is a single loop. Okay, so this is a single loop, so the time complexity is nothing but the big of n. And if we talk about the space complexity, you can say as we are using the hash map. Okay, so at the worst case our our space complexity will be big of n also. Okay, that as simple as that. Okay, yeah, that's it.